Sorry, I missed that. Sorry, hi. I'll be right back. It's a 3rd-year anniversary today for the day that we got the aquarium. So I'm just gonna go top my glass up with some champagne. I'll be right back. Hey Calypso, how you doing? Yeah, I really got to apologize about the other night, and that was totally my fault with the salinity. We changed did the water change on the 23rd of January of this year because the calcium, the KH, and was up over. Where am I looking at? It was up over 13. And so we did a water change and dropped it down to 11.8, and at the same time the calcium was up over 590, and so we dropped that back down to 525. And I did a water test today. That's why we changed the water the last time. It wasn't because the salinity got too high. As it turns out, looking at the records, the salinity, I can actually, if you want, I can show you because I got the pictures right here. But I'm not going to show you like that. I'll just block the view. I have to turn the light on and stuff. Hi, who else is here? I think there's about a 8-second delay on this thing. Yeah, so I checked everything today. Today the calcium's at 540, the KH is at 10.9, and the magnesium's sitting at 1440. I'm not real happy with it, so I dropped the magnesium back a little bit, and we'll see if that helps things out in the next few days. I'll do another test, and we'll see what happens there. Turn the light on here and show you the paperwork. Yeah, it was 3 years ago today we actually got possession of this tank, and then it was until I think the 11th that we actually put water in it. So we spent a few days cleaning it up and tidying it up and getting it kind of in order. But yeah, I did my first parameter tests were on Saturday, the 12th of March of 2016, and at that time we were still working on some small leaks in the plumbing, and there were lots of micro bubbles. There was some polyester was collecting detritus, and we added some rocks and things, some beach glass and some rocks to the sand and some minor stuff. But it was at that time, it was Friday, March the 11th that we did that. And at that time the salinity was at 10.28. So we added, I think it was, I can't remember how many gallons of water we added, 10 gallons of fresh water to help lower the salinity. I don't know how much we brought it down. I missed that. Oh, sorry, I missed the question. The skimmer was set up on the 14th, and we added about another 60 gallons of fresh water, which brought down the salinity to an acceptable level. We hadn't added any corals or anything by then. Oh yeah, the apex then went down all night, and I finally got it back up and running. I had issues with, I put an apex on this. I ripped it. I was just, I was not impressed with that equipment, to say the least. We bought it, I think it was 700 and something bucks Canadian. And then when I got it home, I found out that the software was corrupt, and I spent another 700, and it was close to 800 bucks just getting it so that it was functioning. And then, like, at what time do you become fiscally irresponsible? So now I spent, like, if it was a car, I would have trashed it a long time ago. So yeah, I was really unhappy with the kind of money I was spending on it, just trying to keep it running. So I finally, and all it was doing at the end was just monitoring the pH and the temperature, and it wasn't even monitoring the temperature. It was controlling, what was it doing? It had the lights and the pH, and that's all it was doing. I had something else on the temperature because it had almost boiled the tank 3 times. So I got, right now I'm running it on a Reef Keeper light is what the heaters are on. I have, the lights are on because they're Kessel lights, they're on a Kessel controller. And I honestly don't think you can beat the factory controller. And the gyre pumps, they're on their factory controller. And that thing's got a lunar tidal cycle on it, which you just can't beat that. So I'm really happy with the setup the way it is now. And I'm fine with it, and it didn't cost me 700. Well, what was it? It was close to $2,000 by the time I pulled the pin on the deal and just dismantled it all. In order to fix it, I have to send the thing back down to Apex in California. They're going to recalibrate everything or do some stuff, and is buffering, and I'd have to pay the shipping and everything on that both ways, plus the duty on it at the border, and that's just too much for me. Buffering. Sorry. See if I can make things better. Oh yeah, when was that? My wife was all saddened by it because all the fish were all dying, and oh man. Well, cheers and beers for now. We're going to cancel.